name's Paul. I'm a 27-year-old company employee. Just the other day, I proposed to my partner Ashley, whom I've been dating for 3 years. Of course, her answer was yes. I was so happy that I started dancing like Michael Jackson on the spot. I even busted out the moonwalk. Ow! So since we were going to get married, I thought that I should go and officially greet Ashley's parents. But it turns out, Ashley's parents didn't think so highly of us getting married, and they kept coming up with excuses, and I felt like we were being denied the opportunity to tell them.
I'm sorry, Paul. My dad said he suddenly has to work, so apparently he's not going to be home this weekend either.
Is that so? Last week and the weekend before, he said he had work, right? Could it be that they're actually avoiding me?
I don't think that's the case, but my parents, they are a little bit weird. So if by any chance they say something to you, you don't need to worry about it. No matter what happens, I am planning on marrying you, Paul.
Ashley's parents are weird, she says. Am I gonna be okay? Ashley has been living alone since she went to college, and she told me that she doesn't get along that well with her parents. But things like this, we have to take care of properly. Until her parents meet me, I'm gonna keep trying, no matter how many times it takes. For the record, my father actually passed away when I was 5 years old due to illness. Ever since then, my mother, Penny, has raised my sister Paige and me with her own hands. From now on, I know that I need to give back to my mother for everything she did for us. When I told them that we were going to be getting married, both my mom and Paige were really happy for us. I decided that I'm going to marry Ashley, so we're going to go see her parents soon.
Congratulations, Paul! If it's Ashley, then I can also be comfortable with it. In that case, I also need to go and greet her parents.
Ashley often came over to my house to visit, so to my mom and sister, she was already like family.
Congratulations, Paul! I'm sure that you're going to create a beautiful household with Ashley. I'm also really happy Ashley's going to become my sister-in-law.
Ever since she was little, Paige was really good at painting, and even when she was still an arts university student, she was gaining a lot of attention as a breakthrough artist. She's currently 25, and apparently, she's already pretty famous as a contemporary artist. But to be honest, I don't know anything about it. I don't understand what part of a painting filled with circles or that looks like a child's doodles is art. But apparently, Ashley and Paige got along really well, and the two of them often go to art museums together. However, when you leave the two of them to cook together, every single time, the most outrageous thing is served. Just the other day, they served pasta with explosive mom meatballs with a water bomb sauce, and they made me eat this nonsensical pasta. Well, the flavor was, how do I say this? Pretty explosive. Anyway, my family and Ashley got along super well, and it seems like I won't have to worry about any harassment from the mother-in-law to her. A few weeks later, after we relentlessly insisted for weeks, Ashley's parents finally agreed to meet me. I looked sharp in a suit, and I had the most delicious gifts recommended by my mom in hand, and we arrived at Ashley's family home. Man, I'm really nervous. How do I look? Not weird, right?
You look great. You have nothing to worry about. Hey, listen, Paul, if my parents say some ridiculous things, you can just ignore them, okay? No matter what those people say, I'm going to marry you.
Ashley had given me this speech a number of times already, so I wonder what her parents are like. I was concerned, but we had arrived, and I opened the front door. Hello? Nice to meet you. My name is Paul. Thank you for making time today. I was somehow able to get past the greeting, and I was welcomed into the living room. This really isn't much, but when I handed them the gift, Ashley's mom took it from me, and then said,
Oh dear, what an expensive treat. I'm sure somebody who grew up as a peasant like you has never eaten this before. There's no doubt that you got this information from Ashley.
Huh? What? Grew up like a peasant? What? That's true. There's no way that a peasant who grew up in a single-parent household would know of this shop. Well,
For an elite household like ours, it's just a regular treat.
When he said that, Ashley's father was grinning from ear to ear as he looked right at me.
I'm sure you heard from Ashley already that I'm a director at a top-class company, and so our family isn't on the same level as just the average family around. So for someone like you, who grew up in a below-average household, you probably can't even imagine it.
His belittling words came out of nowhere. I didn't understand what was going on, and I fell silent. However, in my place, Ashley opened up her mouth.
Come on, Mum, Dad, I told you to stop that. I can't believe you would look down on people like this. And plus, I always hate how you're so quick to brag.
Oh, I see. When Ashley said that, I finally understood. Ashley's parents seem to believe that because I grew up in a single-parent household, that I'm poor. Oh, that's true that I grew up in a single-mother household, but
When you first started dating, I already told Ashley this. Anybody who grew up with a single parent certainly has no manners or value, and I told her not to date somebody like that. But...
That's right. Plus, if it was a father, it would be one thing, but it's a single mother, wasn't it? If you were living off your mother's earnings, then you must not have even gone to high school, did you? And either way, I'm sure it's money that she earns doing distasteful work anyways.
Ah, so this is what Ashley was so worried about. At the sudden turn of events, I was completely shocked, and my eyes were wide open and blinking fast. About those words. Although I did grow up in a single-parent household, my mother raised my little sister and me properly with her own 2 hands. And plus, we both graduated from high school and before I could finish speaking, Ashley's mother cut me off.
You know, I know that you're just trying to get married to Ashley so that you can mooch off of us, aren't you? Just because we are wealthy and elite, there's no doubt that you're trying to jump into our family by getting married to Ashley.
Huh? Jump into the family? No. Of course there's no way, because I'm not trying to do that at all! Because I'm the heir to the Pani family, and I plan on taking after the Pani family!
What? What do you mean take after the Pani family, when there's nothing for you to inherit?
It was clear that the 2 of them were not listening to anything that I was saying.
I can't believe this, that our sweet Ashley is getting married to a guy like this.
This is bad. At this rate, my impression is only going down, and I'm never going to be able to marry Ashley. Besides me, Ashley had a pained look on her face. I needed to say something good here, and somehow recover my reputation. I love your daughter, Ashley! And no matter what happens, I promise to protect Ashley with my life. I swear that I'll make her happy, so please, allow me to marry your daughter! I hope that they know my feelings are true.
Nope. Absolutely not. I'm not giving my daughter to a peasant from a single-parent family.
But, unfortunately, my feelings did not translate to Ashley's parents at all.
Well then, hurry up and get out! And you better not get involved with Ashley ever again!
After getting yelled at by her father, I was kicked out of the house. However, Ashley said this, and she defended me.
Dad, Mom, I've been listening this whole time and you've been saying whatever you want, but Paul is the partner that I've chosen. And I'm never going to forgive you for looking down on Paul and his family. No matter what you guys say, I'm going to be marrying Paul, and you are the ones that are not going to be involved with from now on.
Ashley's so amazing. Her parents' jaws dropped, but she left them behind and walked out of her house with me.
I'm so sorry, Paul, that my parents said such terrible things. Just because he works for a major company, my father has always looked down on other people, and they are truly awful people.
To be honest, I was a little bit shocked when they said all those things about my mother. I really wish your parents could accept our marriage, but it looks like that's going to be difficult. I was feeling pretty disappointed, and I was frustrated, but there was nothing that I could do. There are all kinds of people in this world who think differently. On that day, I informed my mom and my sister what happened when we went to Ashley's house.
Huh? What's wrong with a single-parent household? It's not like Mom chose to be alone because she wanted to be.
Paige was furious, and she was yelling.
There, Paige. Calm down, honey. Ugh, I'll never forgive them!
Even though our mom tried to calm her down, Paige's anger didn't simmer down.
I'm so sorry, Miss Penny, Paige.
Ashley was also desperately trying to calm Paige down. Ever since she was little, Paige was very passionate, and if there was anything that she couldn't forgive, she was the type that had to bring justice, or she wouldn't be able to let it go. Thanks to that, as her older brother, I'm always on edge.
I don't think of those people as my parents because you guys are so much more thoughtful of me anyway.
As she said that, it seemed that Ashley had made a decision.
That's right. Those people, they need to get a taste of their own medicine someday. I'm going to cut off all ties with them.
Ashley, I was so touched that she loved our family that much. And at that moment, it seemed that my mom just remembered something.
Is that so, Ashley? If you're going to say that, then why don't we give your father a little bit of a taste of his own medicine?
When she said that, my mom grinned, and she sent over a wink at us. Is this? That wink is a habit that comes out when my mother is seriously pissed off. Normally my mother is very calm, easygoing, but whenever she gets angry, nobody can stop her. Thanks to that, Paige and I have both peed our pants a number of times.
Anybody that treats my sweet Paul like that, I just can't forgive them and let them go. You can leave the rest to me. I'm going to beat it into their skulls that behind Paul, I will always be there.
Oh no, my mom is pretty angry.
Woo-woo! Mom, take him down! That's it, Miss Penny. People like that, you can just beat him up and smack him down.
Paige was getting excited, and even Ashley was getting on board. But, well, I guess it's fine. I also want those two to regret what they said. And so, as a family, we decided that we were going to get back at those people. A few weeks after that, I visited a certain major company that I had business relations with. And actually, that company was where Ashley's father was working. And the office where I was visiting was actually exactly Ashley's father's department. But also, this was all part of my mother's plan. Just as I was heading towards the reception, in good timing, Ashley's father had finished his lunch and returned to the office. He noticed me standing there, and right off the bat, he took on his high horse attitude.
Hey, you bastard! What are you doing here? Don't tell me that you were resentful about the other day, and you're here to get some kind of revenge on me.
Bastard? What a terrible way to address me. No, sir. I'm actually here for a meeting with your company today.
Excuse me? Any low-level company that somebody like you would be working at, there's no way they would be doing business with us.
Low level? Looking down on my workplace like that? You're going to regret it later. As usual, Ashley's father was belittling me, but this time I ignored him and handed him my business card. The other day, I wasn't able to properly introduce myself. I have the honor of being the manager for the first sales division of Panikora Trading Company.
Why is a bastard like you, who only graduated from high school at a top-class company like that?
Ashley's father repeatedly looked down at my business card and at me with his eyes wide open. You know, I also graduated from college. It's just that you refused to listen when I was speaking, so I wasn't able to say it. I graduated from the economics department of Panikora University, and my younger sister graduated from an arts university.
But you have a single parent and are peasants! How did you go to college? A manager at Panikora Trading Company?
Ashley's father was panicking! And that was when the final blow made an appearance. My mother put a lot of effort into her appearance today.
Hello there, you must be Ashley's father, is that right?
What? And you're the legendary woman, the queen of Panikora Trading Company, Mrs. Penny!
A pleasure. I heard that you welcomed my son the other day.
Seeing my mother deeply bow to him, you could see that Ashley's father became more and more pale by the second.
What? Wait, but did you say son?
Many years ago, My father owned a small company. After he died, my mother took after that company, and she started to grow its business. As she took the reins, before we knew it, she developed it into a top-rated major company. My mother's business skill became legendary, and she's so famous nowadays that there isn't a single person in this industry that doesn't know her. When I graduated from college, I entered my mother's company, and right now, I'm in the middle of my training. Ever since we were little, Paige and I grew up watching our mother struggle by working harder than anybody else. And that's why, anybody who's going to speak poorly of her, I'll never forgive them. After laughing at my mother as much as you wanted, and looking down upon the single parents of the world, even if you are my partner's parent, I won't forgive you. When I said that, my mother continued.
Listen up. You just made all of the single mothers around the world your enemy. And that attitude that you have taken, even if this powers up above have let them slide, I will certainly not forgive you. Because of you, any business with your company I will refuse from now on. I am terminating our contract.
No way! Please, spat!
Ashley's father was yelling as his voice echoed throughout the lobby, but my mother and I turned our backs to him and left. Any company that would put a man like that in a position of power, we most certainly do not want to work with. I never want to see his face ever again either. After that, Ashley's father was responsible for the contract termination with Panikori Trading Company, and he was fired from the company. Even though he was bragging that much about his job, he wasn't able to find another job, and nowadays, I heard that he's living meagerly off of the money he got from selling his house, while working part-time jobs. Ashley had also cut off all ties with them, and because they had always been looking down on everybody around them, there wasn't one person left that they could rely on, and it seems that the husband and wife are living a sad life together. They did this all to themselves. It's cause and effect. As for me, I got married to Ashley. We had a small ceremony with just family. My mom told me to move out and for us to live together, but Ashley insisted that she wanted to be with my mom and my sister. So right now, the four of us are living at home together. What's that? Something smells good. Who's in charge of dinner today? Oh no, it's Paige and Ashley.
What do you mean, oh no?
No, well, I'm so happy that you two are cooking dinner for us tonight.
Yes, that's what I thought. Today we're really proud of what we made together. Ta-da! On today's menu, we took inspiration from the famous artist Vincent van Gogh, and so we made fried rice in the color of Van Gogh's sunflowers, as well as the beef stew that Van Gogh loved in Paige style. Thank you for watching! What kind of crazy people will we get to see next? Stay tuned for more!